Hey, it's me, Doncha. Welcome back to the Hideout, you guys, and I'm so glad you guys can make it with another one of my character videos. And this time I'll be talking about Choso, the Death Painting Womb brother, or the great older brother of 10. And I just want to give you guys a spoiler warning, okay? If you aren't at least caught up to chapter 145 of Jujutsu Kaisen, you'll definitely be hit with some mild spoilers. So do yourself a favor and don't watch this video, okay? Unless you don't mind being spoiled. That's entirely on you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, let's get to the video. One of the most internationally spanning sayings is blood is thicker than water, allegorically meaning family is deeper than everything. It has importance and weight to what it means to be family, creating bonds that transcends normal relationships. Things that you may not normally say or do would change if family is involved. See, Choso characterizes this saying in many layered ways, some very obvious and some more or less left up to interpretation. Analyzing Choso and his actions throughout Jujutsu Kaisen makes it easy to see how Choso could possibly carry some of the most important aspects of the story. So, Choso was the oldest brother of the three death painting wombs introduced formally into the story. This includes Choso himself and the other two being Iso and Kichizu. It is explained that there are 9 death painting wombs in total, all of which were created by the evil sorcerer Choso Kamo, who has been revealed to be named Kenjaku, aka an 1,000-year-old body-hopping brain. And apparently this brain created these half-sorcerer, half-cursed beings, which was made from aborted fetuses of a woman who was able to have kids with a cursed spirit. Yeah, hopefully Akutami gives us more information on that, but this is the first layer to his character, because due to his special creation, he and his brothers were aware of each other's existence even before they were actually born into the world. However, they were locked up for 150 years by the Jujutsu school. These brothers share a special kind of bond that is unique within the manga, making it apparent that the relationship between them is what defines their characters. Choso says to his younger brothers that they must live for each other, each taking it upon themselves to protect one another so that no matter what happens, they have each other to continue forward. This big brother role is a centerpiece of Choso's character and opens up the door into his psyche, values, and drive. You see, Choso wants to create a world where his brothers can live freely, and that is what caused him to help the cursed family. When Iso and Kichizu die, Choso feels it automatically within his cursed technique. Choso has the ability of blood manipulation, but due to being half cursed, he has the ability to track the status of his siblings and feel any of those changes. However, instantly after his brothers' deaths, Choso was unnaturally calm when explaining what happened to Mahito and Kenjaku, although he breaks a game piece and keeps a serious face, expressing slight anger at the most. Choso is clearly a thinker and someone who isn't normally emotional unless his brothers are involved. Choso's layers as a character begin to peel back now that he has the pride of an older brother on the line. Before he can focus on getting the rest of his siblings out of Jujutsu High, Choso now has to avenge the 2 that he lost while following the plans of the cursed group. The satisfaction of revenge and restoring the respect of his brothers' names is what kept Choso around the cursed group for so long. The drive to kill Yuji and Nobara overpowered their original plan to get Sukuna to take over Yuji's body. Choso wanted Yuji dead. He did everything in his power to achieve that, and he kinda succeeded. He at least beat Yuji to near-death state, allowing Sukuna to take over and be fed 10 fingers. So he should be proud of that. It was stated in Choso's fight with Yuji that he had a lack of battle experience as well, so it is very interesting to see Choso fight in high-level battles with the handicap making it almost poetic that his battle with Yuji caused Yuji to grow as a sorcerer as well. Even though Yuji lost, the fight with Choso helped him understand the flowing of his negative feelings into cursed energy, and helped him realize enemies use feints, and ultimately helping him learn to control his divergent fist. Now after being hit with Yuji's weird memory mumbo jumbo, it can be seen as a big brother teaching a little brother how to fight with tough love, similarly to how Todo and Yuji fought in Goodwill, with Todo showing Yuji how to feel and flow his cursed energy in his belly. Yuji seems to be establishing a pseudo-family that didn't become a true realization until Choso began to take on the role as a big brother for him. This seems to be a clear indication of Choso's character importance, on top of him also being the first character to hint at there being a possible relation between Kenjaku and Yuji. Not only that, Choso hasn't implied that Yuji is a cursed painting womb either, meaning he might be more connected to the truth of Kenjaku, possibly through family relation. Now with the resolve to protect Tengen against Kenjaku's possible assault so that he can kill him, Choso has willingly left Yuji's side confidently, because he has a chance to bring salvation to the other painting wombs while knowing Yuji is safe with Yuta and Co. Choso believes that if he does not achieve vengeance, then he is a failure as a brother, which can create an air of open-ended interpretation of his character. Is he morally wrong for wanting to protect cursed entities, or is he right for wanting to kill a major villain in the story? Being part human, it would be obvious that Choso would have a more human connection to his companions. Having an actual family creates a bigger internal conflict for him that leaks into his emotions and deteriorates the calm and collected demeanor he normally exudes. Being upset over the murder of a loved one isn't a foreign emotion to humans, and what makes Choso's human side stand out even more is his drive to get the other's death painting wounds from the Jujutsu sorcerers and bring his family together. This is a relatable feeling for many readers, and gives Choso another gray area as a character. He was born into the life he has. Choso was not a cursed user, but a hybrid who was created and forcefully locked away as a fetus in a test tube. As the oldest of the cursed wombs we have met, it is obvious he feels responsible to save the others, not only to make up for the loss of his two other brothers, but to also escape the life of solitude the sorcerers would force on him. This is what makes the conflict between Naoya and Zenin impactful. Naoya grew up with his siblings but looked down upon them, seeing them as the inadequate older brothers. Choso, however, sees the role of a big brother to be that of a god. This again adds to why he feels the need to achieve salvation for his brothers. Even if Choso makes a mistake, he sees it as necessary for his brothers to see what path to not go down. Although, if he achieves greatness, then his brothers can just follow his steps. Truly, the core of Choso's character is his family. It is extremely witty of Akutami, creator of Jujutsu Kaisen, to make Choso a part of the Kamo family bloodline. The Kamo are one of the top 3 clans of Jujutsu and are users of the blood manipulation. A character like Choso being so intertwined with his brothers in the connection, while also being able to control blood and use his ability to track his brothers in their conditions is astounding. It is a nice play on personification using his ability, resembling of the young Choso Kamo, another character fixated on heredity, who fought Megumi during the Goodwill event. To Choso, blood is everything, including his powers. It would be amazing if Akutami continues to play with these themes and create a turmoil for the Kamo family centered around Choso and his siblings. Seeing how Choso will interact with Noritoshi and his perspective on being a clan leader can make for some phenomenal character dynamics and world building. The future for Choso in Jujutsu Kaisen is somewhat unclear due to the new conditions he is under, but Akutami has given him prominence in the story. Choso's fight with the Yuji showed just how important his brothers are to him and the lengths he would go through to avenge them. In addition, Akutami manages a wicked twist of fate, making Choso become the guardian to Yuji for a period of time until he can get with his friends and be protected for the dangerous missions ahead. Yuji is the one that killed his brothers, yet now, due to the unknown memories that flooded his head, Choso remembered the person using Geto's body was Choso Kamo, or truthfully Kenjaku as I said before. He is an extremely relatable character while also being an antagonist in the story, never hesitating to kill innocent people during Shibuya. The ability to remind you in the moment that this is the enemy, but understanding them, empathizing with them, and why they do the evil things they do, then transitioning over to our side is beyond what I expected from Choso's character. Akutami's execution of him has been entertaining to say the least, and I can't wait to see what else happens.
Young Noise.